Determine the percentile rank for x equals to 52 in the distribution that follows. So we have our distribution here, and the answer for the percentile rank is either going to be 42%, 45%, 40%, or 37.5%. Okay, so as in my other videos, I like to start off by rewriting this, but instead of having x, I'm just going to list the upper real limits of each category. So for example, I've got, and these will be called my percentiles. 64.5 is the upper real limit of my first interval here. And then the next one is 59.5. The next upper real limit going down the list is 54.5. And finally 49.5. Okay, so these are the percentiles that go with the given percentile ranks. And so these cumulative percentages can be thought of or called percentile ranks. So 100% is the percentile rank that goes with a score of 64.5. Not with 60 to 64, but very specifically 64.5. And so on. So 90% goes with 59.5, 60% goes with 54.5, and 20% goes with 49.5. So they're asking us to find the percentile rank. So find in this list of percentages here, find what would correspond to 52. So where is 52? Well, it falls in between these ones here. So 52 is in here, and we need to know what does that go with in terms of a percentage. So the way that we're going to do this is we're going to find how far 52 is between, how far into the interval between 54.5 and 49.5. So what I mean is, if we want to look at the total distance covered here, the total size of the interval, we would have to take 54.5 and subtract 49.5, and this gives us 5.0. So my total distance is 5.0. We need the fraction of this distance. The fraction of 5.0 that going to 52 is. 52 is not all the way, or let me put this a different way. In my previous videos, I've been measuring how far up from the bottom of the interval. And in your textbook, they do it the other way around. In your textbook, they measure how far down from the top of the interval. So I'll do it that way this time. How far is it from 54.5 to get to 52? So 54.5 minus 52 gives me 2.5. So is that right? Yes, that's right. So this is 2.5. That is the distance to get to 52 from the top of the interval. And 5.0, that is the distance to get all the way through the entire interval. This fraction ends up being 50%, or as it would appear in your calculator, 0.5. So that is the fraction of the way that we need to go from 54.5. We're going to take that same fraction and apply it here. The entire distance from 60% to 20% is 40%, but I'm only going to go half of the way through that 40%. I'm going to do it like this. Let me find somewhere to write this out. I'm going to start at 60%, and then I'm going to subtract, I'm going to move downwards, I'm going to subtract 0.5 of the entire interval width, 40%. This is the same as 60% minus 20%, and that is 40%. So my answer here is C, 40%.